So let's trigger a new query, and in this query as well we will be using the AdventureWorks 2022 database. Let's start writing some code here. So here we are using the okay, so let's write the code. So if object ID, I'm using the if conditional statement to check if certain object ID exists. So object ID I'm checking here is sales dot ufn underscore sales by store. So this is a particular object. I'm checking if this object is not null. So I'm checking a particular object ID, which the object ID is sales dot ufn sales by store, and I'm checking a condition. If this is not null, then we should drop the function. So this is basically a function we have, and basically if we are checking if this function is not null, then we should drop the function sales. So this function is there in the sales schema. So sales by store is the name. So this is the function. I'm checking if this function is not null, we should drop this function, and I'm going ahead and creating the same function. I'm recreating this function. We can use the create function statement to create a function. So I'm creating a function sales dot let's take the same name. I'm creating this function, and I'm passing on the parameter. I'm taking a parameters. We are passing the store ID as a parameter of integer type to this function, and this function is basically returning a table, so we can define the returns table over here. So output of this table is output of this function is a table. Let's define this function over here. It returns a table as return. Now inside this function, let me select some columns by using some inner join. Let's do a star first, and let's make the joins first. So I'm selecting the data from the sales dot sales order detail table, and let's take it as SD, and I'm joining this table with let's join it with the give me a minute. So the first table should not be this. So the first table is production.product is the first table I'm taking. Let's mark it as PS. Let's take P as the alias for this table, and let's join this table with let's do an inner join with the sales dot sales order detail table, and let's take it as SD, and let's make further inner joins. So we want to make this inner join on the st dot product ID, and we are joining it with the p dot product ID. This is the common column between these two tables. Let's join some other tables using the inner join. So another table would be sales dot sales order number, not sales order number, sales order header, and let's take it as sales header, and let's join it on the column sales header dot sales order ID equals sales order detail dot sales order ID. So we have joined these two tables as well. So let's join it with another table. Let's do an inner join with the sales dot customers table. Let's take it as C for customer, and let's join it on the sales header dot customer ID column, and let's join it with the customer dot customer ID column. Alright, so all the joins are made, and let's take some conditions to output the data. So we want the data from the store ID, whatever store ID we are passing to the function, we should get data for that. And let's group the result by p dot product ID. We want the results grouped by product ID and product name. Alright, and we should get a total of that, so we need to define that in place of star here. So whatever columns are there in the group by clause, we should take them here. So p dot product ID is the first column, second column is p dot name, and lastly we take a function to get the sum of whatever is the sales is made. So we are taking the total of the sales order detail table. There's a line total column, sum of line total st dot line total, as we are taking total. So we are done. So we are grouping this data. So we will pass the store ID to the function and it gives us data based on that. It joins various tables and provides us the data in the grouped form with the sum of line total from the sales order detail table. This function is doing that. So let's see how we can use this function. So after you define this function, what we are doing is we are selecting a statement, select star from, and let's invoke this function sales.ufn. Let's take the name of this function sales ufn by store and pass on the store ID as 602 to see if we are getting anything. Let me see if there are any issues with the syntax here. Syntax is looking correct to me. So it is saying some. Okay, so let's comment this statement because let's first create the function. Let's execute this statement. So function is created, right? So this function is created. Now let's use the select statement and pass the parameter 602 to it to fetch the data. Here we are calling the function in the select statement and we are passing 602 as the store ID to this particular function. Let's see what data do we get. So we got the data related to store 602. These are the product ID and these are the line totals over here under each of the products. These are various product names. So this is how you can use the inline table valued function. So this is the inline table valued function where we are returning a table out of the particular function. So we are returning a table here, right? So I hope you get the idea, you got the practicals. You can take a snapshot of this code. First you need to execute the code up till here. Lastly, once this function is created, what you can do is you can execute this select statement to get the data output. So take the snapshot quickly. I'm waiting, guys. So guys, I hope you have taken the snapshot here. Guys, in case you want to make any donations or offerings to us via UPI, then you may scan the code on the right hand side to make the payment. You can use any of the UPI based apps like Google Pay or Phone Pay. So there's a code given on the right hand side which is my GPay code. You can scan that code using any of your UPI apps and make payments to us, basically to support our channel. Else the other way, if you want to make donations, is to go to the following link, which is a topmate.io link. You can type this link as is in your browser like Google Chrome or Edge and press enter. After that it will take you to my topmate.io page. Through that page you can make donations to us as well. And also guys, in case you want to contact us, you can contact us on my email address which is vermavane@gmail.com. You can contact us for the below requirements which are given here on the right hand side. In case you need a copy of notes for any of the topics discussed during the video, you can send me an email on my email address. A nominal fee has to be paid if you want to obtain notes for any particular topic. It depends upon how lengthy the notes are. The fee will be decided according to that. So in case you need the copy of the notes, do send me an email on my email address. The other requirement for which you can contact me is to schedule one-on-one calls with me, which will be paid calls. So in case you want to schedule one-on-one calls with me, you can send an email to me so that I will help you in scheduling one of the calls. And in case you want to get SQL Server Coaching, you can also contact me on my email address. Some of the other requirements are if you need coaching on any particular SQL topic, or if you need some analysis of Transact SQL code, or if you want to collaborate for any content creation or brand promotion, you can definitely send us an email on my email address and I will respond back to you.